Hey guys, and welcome back to another Arma 3 video. In this video, I'll be covering 10 of my personal favorite hidden gem mods that I feel don't get the love they deserve for how much they change the game or the kind of content they bring to the table. You guys know me enough by now to know that I'm pretty subjective when it comes to quality of life mods, so if you disagree, that's perfectly okay. We all enjoy different things about Arma 3, and it's our freedom of choice that is the most beautiful part of this game. If there's a mod you feel changes the game and no one's talking about it, drop it in the comments below and let's get the community talking about it. As always, if you like this kind of content, drop a JDAM on that like and subscribe button and send it straight to hell. My channel is organized and laid out to provide an easy viewing experience with all my videos in their respective playlists. Now with that, let's get right into the top 10 hidden gems. At number 10 is the MX Series Retexture by Avid. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy most, if not all, of the vanilla content with the gross exception of the damn CSAT Beetle helmet. Fuck that thing. But Avid turned around and dropped a beautifully textured MX that toned down the saturation of the MX series rifles for NATO, and it really helped ground the rifle in reality a little bit more for me. Most weapons in war get dirty and worn through constant use, and even though troops spend countless hours keeping them cleaned and in good working order to stay combat effective, the wear and tear is something you just can't get away from. This mod helps establish that reality by texturing in a worn, weathered look to the MX's furniture. This mod hasn't left my mod list since I discovered it. At number 9, we've got No More Aircraft Bouncing by Scepter. Truly a work of art, and those of you that don't already have this mod can go ahead and thank me later. No More Aircraft Bouncing does exactly that. It keeps aircraft from bouncing back up into the sky once they smack the ground. Back in the early Arma 3 days, it was a common sight to see a downed aircraft go rocketing back into space due to the wonky physics, particularly in multiplayer. This mod is a super low impact mod that keeps aircraft on the ground once they're brought down. As if that wasn't enough, the mod also adds some increased dirt and debris effects when aircraft go down, making the impacts look a lot more bombastic and fun to watch. It's not exactly Michael Bay levels of explosions or anything, but it's enough to be noticeable, and I for one appreciate anything making shit explode better. At number 8 is the new CSAT Overhaul by Davik. My god, I would honestly kiss Davik right in the mouth because he reworked CSAT a bit and redesigned their infantry to not have that damn Beetle helmet. I literally never played CSAT because of that helmet, and honestly couldn't stand the look of their infantry either, which is a hard thing for me to say. I know it was someone's job at Bohemia to design, model, and texture the CSAT assets, and hundreds if not thousands of hours went into it, but man, I'm sorry, I can't get behind this look. I'm sorry. If your goal was to get me to hate CSAT, then congratulations, dude. Fucking mission accomplished. Not only did Davik get rid of that helmet, he also rebuilt the look of all the infantry gear using some Contact DLC assets and some other retextured vanilla Arma 3 assets, which look amazing together. Chinese and Iranian forces also get their own unique look. All of this for under 100 megabytes. Now that's a fucking steal in my book. At number 7 is the mighty AH-99E Mohawk by Delta Gamer. Now honestly, I love the Blackfoot. I thought it was a really unique addition to the NATO faction because they could have easily gone with the Apache again following Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. Which, honestly, I'd love an upgraded Apache from Bohemia Interactive, but that's just me. Arma 4, I'm looking at you. But the AH-99E Mohawk feels like it could be the bridge between the two. This mod enhances the standard AH-99 with an increased payload capacity with external hardpoints. With these modifications comes the fact that the payload doors are always open, meaning it has a reduced radar cross-section and is no longer the stealthy light attack platform it once was, and has instead become more of a heavy attack platform, but it is still more than capable of performing that recon role if needed. It should be noted that just because the payload has been beefed up, the Mohawk is still pretty brittle, so don't go running into the enemy's face thinking you're in a hind or something. The modification also includes a top-mounted radar akin to the AH-64D's longbow radar system. However, it's non-functioning in-game and is strictly there for cosmetics, but I think it adds a bit to the aesthetic. At number 6, we've got REBalanced F-16 by Orbis 2358. Now, I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about the F-16, but I don't fucking care because it's the best fighter ever made by human hands. I'll fucking die on this hill. REBalanced F-16 is a complete rework of the flight profile for Firewall's F-16 mod, bringing it down to reality a little bit as far as Arma goes. The aircraft thrust to weight ratio, as well as the takeoff characteristics and performance at both high and low speeds, have all been revamped. Now, instead of bolting off the runway at 80 kph, the Viper needs to get to a realistic speed of about 120 to 140 knots before the nose will climb and you're able to get airborne. Additionally, the afterburner is activated as soon as the throttle reaches 90% and is no longer a scroll wheel option. This was absolutely the biggest draw for me personally because I cannot stand aircraft that make you go into the burner by using the scroll menu. A real aircraft goes into burner once the throttle is advanced past mil power, and now this mod gives you that. If you loved this mod, you should check out his other 2 rebalanced mods for Firewall's F-14 and the FA-18. All of these mods are meant to be used with his awesome or aerial warfare enhanced somehow mod, but I usually run just the rebalanced mod by itself as it works just fine as a standalone mod. At number 5 are all of the liveries produced by XRAM. Yeah, I mean it, this guy churns out some of the best weathered aircraft liveries available on the workshop right now. Yes, of course, I'm going to show his F-16 mods, and while the F-16 does constitute the bulk of his livery fleet, he also expanded into making some beautiful C-130 skins as well. Texturing is an absolute chore, and the sheer amount of liveries that XRAM has been able to produce is mind-boggling. It's not just how many he's made either. They're detailed and weathered and look used and lived in. There's nothing that bothers me more than an aircraft or vehicle in Arma 3 that looks like it just rolled off the production line with a fresh coat of paint. While yes, we do work hard to keep our aircraft painted and protected against erosion and the elements, in a deployed environment where there aren't any wash racks and the weather bitch slaps your aircraft both while on the ground and in the air, these birds are going to get dirty. These aircraft are beautiful and dirty all at the same time, so XRAM, I salute you, sir. At number 4 is Light Blue Watercolor by the whole continent of America. Alright, y'all probably guessed by a lot of the pictures I post as well as the thumbnail for this very video that I'm an absolute slut for beautiful blue water. Specifically aqua waters akin to the Bahamas or hell even right here in the Emerald Coast of Florida where I'm currently stationed. There's truly nothing more satisfying than flying over these beautiful, clear blue waters. I don't know what it is about this water that calms me to look at it, but it's just something I absolutely need in a game, and this mod brings it to me in spades. At number 3, we've got VileHud by VileAce. Truly an in-game screenshot creator's wet dream. A button to make the entire game UI disappear is a true gift. If you're wanting to be completely immersed into just the visuals of your gameplay and remove all the distracting UI, hitting the designated keybind will take away the UI and leave you with nothing but those beautiful Arma 3 visuals we all know and love. Should you need to interact with anything in the game world, check your radar or use the scroll wheel, you need only hit the button again to bring it all right back. I don't know how this doesn't have over 100,000 downloads, honestly. It has never left my mod pack and pairs beautifully with Exocet's Weapon Inspect mod. At number 2 is the Reduced Haze mod by Anzac SAS Steven. Y'all probably saw this one coming, honestly, but damn it, I can't sing this mod's praises enough. Reduced Haze literally does exactly what it says. It reduces the distant foggy haze that Arma 3 comes with and really helps your visuals pop. I mean, the difference is honestly night and day, and my boy Call Me Tommy did an amazing side-by-side comparison here when we collaborated on these mods a couple years ago. Reduced Haze has become so popular in the last couple years that Steven has actually started creating versions for specific modded terrains on the workshop, one of the most notable being his lithium upload, but he's been kicking out quite a few others over the last few months. Not content with being the most base motherfucker around, he even did a couple mods for me, specifically because he knows how much I love that beautiful blue water. So he made Wake Island and Diego Garcia for me, and I could honestly kiss him right on the mouth. With him knowing that, he'll probably never travel outside of Australia again, but that's okay, Steven, I can still come to you. And finally, at number 1 is probably one you weren't expecting, but here it is. Head Range Plus TrackIR mod by Feint. If I owe my love for Arma 3's visuals to Steven, I owe my love for the true 6 degrees of freedom to Feint. This mod is an enhancement for the TrackIR users out there that lets you maneuver even more than what the base TrackIR does. Now you can get down into the cockpit, bend and move, and even shift your head to the side and look behind you, which is absolutely perfect for checking your 6 in an aircraft during a dogfight. This mod gives me an immersive feeling of truly being in the game and is as close to VR as you can get, honestly. You don't need to do any setup outside of enabling your TrackIR either when loading Arma 3. It goes to work immediately and is one of the longest running mods in my mod list since I got my TrackIR back in 2016. It's this mod and all of the mods in this list that have kept me coming back to Arma 3 again and again over the years. And I have all of these incredible mod makers to thank for the thousands of hours dedicated to keeping the lifeblood of Arma 3 flowing for the last decade. Thank you so much to all of these amazing individuals and teams. Well guys, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you found a new mod to use, and if this was just a rundown of mods you've been using forever, then comment down below some that you use that have changed the game for you. As always, I've got to give props to my based as fuck patrons. Thank you guys for helping me keep my Discord and Arma 3 server alive and running. And I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. It's been an incredible decade of gameplay, and I don't think the end of Arma 3 will be here anytime soon. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.